China's strategic jolt sends shockwaves through the heart of global economics. The US dollar feels the tremors. With a daring move that tightens its grip on vital microchip metals, China challenges the status quo, leaving the dollar startled and the world on the edge of an economic earthquake. In the realm of economic chess, China has just made a move that's sending shockwaves across the global game board. With the subtlety of a master strategist, China's imposition of export controls on pivotal metals crucial for microchip production has set the stage for an unprecedented shift in power dynamics. Imagine the semiconductor supply chain as a delicate web connecting the world's technological ambitions. China's latest maneuver is like a spider deftly weaving its silk, securing its territory. The goal? Reducing reliance on foreign suppliers and planting its flag firmly in the realm of high-tech manufacturing. This isn't just a defensive play, it's an audacious challenge to the reigning champion, the US and other technological heavyweights. But it's not a one-dimensional gambit. China isn't just guarding its stash of rare earth elements, tantalum and lithium, like a dragon hoarding its treasure. It's stepping onto the global stage with a declaration. We're not just content with being a cog in the wheel, we're shaping the wheel itself. As the world's gadgets become more intertwined with our lives and defense systems more entwined with our security, China's control over these metals takes on a profound significance. The echoes of this move reverberate far beyond the steel and silicon. It's about geopolitics as much as microelectronics. It's about China, the emerging giant, flexing its muscles and casting shadows over the established titans. It's about industries ranging from smartphones to fighter jets, each tethered to these metals. And now, to China's strategic calculus. Picture the world as a grand symphony of innovation, where the conductor's baton is a silicon wafer, and the notes played are the intricate dance of electrons. At the heart of this symphony lies the semiconductor industry, the hidden maestro orchestrating modern marvels from pocket-sized supercomputers to the algorithms that predict our needs before we even voice them. In this harmonious tech landscape, China's strategic move is like a seismic chord reverberating through the orchestra. The implications? Profound doesn't even begin to cover it. We're talking about the backbone of progress here. From the phones that wake us up to the satellites that guide us home. Think about it. Smartphones, sleek laptops, futuristic AI systems, all interconnected by the magic of semiconductors. And now, China is tapping into this technological orchestra, grasping at the conductor's baton. By entwining its fingers with key metals crucial for microchip production, China is tuning itself into the global economic symphony. The tune gets more interesting when you realize that as China's power chords grow louder, it's not just playing a new melody, it's altering the entire composition. The global economy has long sung in the key of the US's innovation prowess. But now, China is sneaking in a key change. A daring shift that has the potential to rewrite the musical score of economic power. For decades, the US has led the semiconductor innovation march. But China's entrance into the scene introduces a new tempo. As China's semiconductor prowess expands, so does its influence over not just gadgets, but entire economies and the very architecture of technological advancement. The narrative takes on an element of suspense as China's control over these key metals reveals in the armor of the US's tech dominion. The US dependence on semiconductor imports is akin to a knight guarding the castle, only to discover a hidden passage that an adversary has exploited. This vulnerability exposes the delicate fusion of technology and national security, a binary dance where each step must be in harmony. China's grip on these essential metals turns them into a power lever. The US, with its tech giants and cutting-edge innovation, suddenly finds itself needing these resources like a magician needing a wand. As China's fingers tighten around this wand, the question echoes: will the conductor's baton be passed, changing the rhythm of technological history? Imagine the US's technological infrastructure as a high-tech house of cards, delicately constructed with intricate microchips that power everything from smart fridges to top-secret defense systems. These microchips, the unsung heroes of modernity, hold more sway over the nation's well-being than one might think. But here's the plot twist. The house of cards is swaying precariously, teetering on the edge of instability. The US reliance on semiconductors is akin to a magician whose every trick depends on a hidden assistant. Behind the scenes, these minuscule marvels orchestrate the dazzling feats that keep the country's technology prowess on a global pedestal. Yet, behind the sheen of innovation, In the armor reveals itself. Geopolitics, with its unpredictable tempests and turbulent waters, can sway these global supply chains like a sailor struggling against a storm. Enter China's export controls, a gentle nudge that's threatening to unleash a cascade of repercussions. Suddenly, those microchips aren't just chips. They're the linchpins holding the balance of innovation and security. The tale of vulnerability doesn't just end at reliance. It unfurls into a critique of choices made. Critics step onto the stage, their voices ringing with exasperation. The US, they argue, should have been building its own lifeboat rather than hitching rides on others. The decisions of the past, driven by short-term cost savings and the lure of outsourcing, are now like a ghost from a cautionary tale, haunting the present with the specter of supply chain disruption. It's like relying on takeout during a power outage when you should have been stocking up on canned goods and candles. The lack of a robust domestic semiconductor supply chain is akin to ignoring the rumble of thunder until a storm arrives in full force. The clarion call for investment in homegrown semiconductor manufacturing reverberates through boardrooms and government chambers alike. It's a call that rings with urgency, fueled by a realization that in a world where economic turbulence is the norm, self-reliance isn't just a luxury, it's a lifeline. The ability to produce the very heartbeats of modern technology domestically is a strategic move to fortify national security and bolster economic resilience. Governments, industries, and investors are being beckoned to gather around a common cause, to invest, collaborate, and elevate domestic semiconductor capabilities. It's a symphony of effort that requires harmonious collaboration. Governments hold the conductor's baton, wielding incentives for research and development like the notes that shape the melody of progress. Industries chime in, bringing their expertise and resources to the table, each note contributing to the composition of a self-reliant ecosystem. Infrastructure investments form the scaffolding that supports this grand vision. Cutting-edge fabrication plants, research centers that buzz with innovation, and a robust supply chain collectively lay the foundation for a domestically powered semiconductor production engine. Yet no orchestra is complete without its musicians. Here, partnerships between technology companies and academic institutions strike a resonant chord. They are the virtuosos, refining the art of semiconductor production and nurturing the talent needed to keep the nation at the vanguard of technological prowess. In the realm of economic strategy, reducing dependence on a single source is like diversifying a stock portfolio. It's all about minimizing risks and maximizing returns. As the tides of global economic power shift, the call to loosen China's grip on vital metals for semiconductor production becomes a chorus that resonates with strategic foresight. Imagine a grand puzzle where each piece is a precious metal essential for microchips. China's firm hand on these pieces is like a player monopolizing the chessboard. To break free from this monopoly, nations must not only diversify supply chains, but also explore alternative treasure troves of these metals. Collaboration is the key. Like a league of nations with a shared vision, countries must unite to establish a network of supply routes that are transparent, reliable, and resilient against geopolitical storms. It's a bit like forming alliances in a high-stakes geopolitical game. But this time, the stakes are the stability of entire industries. Strategic partnerships are the secret weapons in this venture. Imagine one nation offering its rich resources of a key metal, while another contributes its advanced manufacturing capabilities. It's like a symphony where each instrument plays its unique note, harmonizing to create a resilient melody of supply. As China's seismic maneuver reshapes economic landscapes, the world watches in anticipation. The outcome remains uncertain, yet the urgency for nations to recalibrate their strategies is crystal clear. From microchips to market dynamics, the dominoes are in motion. The only certainty: the future will be marked by collaboration, innovation, and a new balance of power.